What's up, everybody? Welcome back to Team Fish Knuckles YouTube channel. Today is another episode of Way Back Wednesday. And once again, we're looking at the 2011 format, and we're actually looking at James Arnold's top 8 Tyranitar Prime deck that at the time nobody saw. Like, everybody's like, what? This was a deck? And it actually, I talked to multiple people, and they think that this was like the best deck to play at Nationals, because if you watch my past videos, you saw that everything was evolution decks. Like, we have Magnezone, we have Yanmega, later on have like Donphan, and all these, like Kingdra. We have all these evolutions deck, and Tyranitar was an excellent play, and James took advantage of it and made top 8 at Nationals. So let's go over the deck and let's see why it's so strong in this 2011 format. So Tyranitar has an attack called Darkness Howl. This attack does 20 damage to each Pokemon to play, both yours and your opponent's, excluding any dark Pokemon. So the idea is to spread 20 damage to everywhere. A couple turns, maybe like 4 or 5 turns. They really can't knock out your Tyranitar Prime. As you saw, like, Yanmega Prime doesn't do too much. If Magnezone Prime was to knock you out, they have to discard 4 energies, and Tyranitar becomes amazing. Unless you play against Donphan. I know earlier, yes, you could beat Donphan, blah, 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 but Donphan becomes a terrible matchup because they can hit you fairly quickly and do a ton of damage because you are weak to fighting. Now, it does have other attacks, including Power Claw, 60. This attack's damage is affected by Poke Powers, Poke Bodies, or any other effects on the defending Pokemon. And Megaton Tail for 120. Discard the top 3 cards of your deck. But the main thing we'll notice is this Darkness Howl that does 20 damage to each Pokemon to play, both yours and your opponent's. Now, remember, it does do both yours and your opponent's. So James actually included it in Serperior and is less. Serperior does have that Royal Heal ability. At any time between turns, heal 10 damage from each of your Pokemon. Fantastic. So now you can constantly heal 10 damage from your Pokemon. So that means by the time it comes back into your turn, that damage is cleared up. You have no more damage on the field thanks to Serperior. And yeah, that's fantastic. And you have both. I'm pretty sure it stacks, so you can heal like 20 in between each turns. I could be wrong, but I'm pretty sure it does stack, so you heal 20. If I'm wrong, let me know down below in the comments. Besides that, he did play 3 Cleffa to help set up Eek, shuffle your hand to deck, then draw 6 cards, and he actually made 1 Tyrogue as well. Now, if you talk to anybody about 2011 Nationals, they'll tell you that it was a Tyrogue donk fest. Tyrogue can do 30 damage, and it can attack on the first turn, which 30 damage is enough to knock out Cleffa and Pichu. The main thing is Cleffa. A lot of decks played Cleffa, like so many decks played Cleffa. So what you could do is you can Mischievous Punch at Cleffa, and that's the game. It's best of 1, you win. And yeah, you just advance to the next round because you just Mischievous Punch a Cleffa for a knockout, which is fantastic if you go first and get that turn 1 dunk, which did happen a bunch of times. Now, the deck did play 1 Shaymin with the Celebration Wind, which lets you move around any. Once you put Shaymin from your hand to your bench, you may move as many energy cards to your Pokemon as you like to any of your Pokemon. So basically, you can rearrange your energies any way you want to, which is fantastic. You can set up some Megaton Tail knockouts if you want to. You can maybe spread the damage from her Tyranitar to another one. Or if you can start putting energies on a different Pokemon and later use a Shaymin to move it, that's fantastic as well. Now, the main thing with this deck, like I said, the point is to move damage everywhere, and then you want to use Jirachi. Jirachi does have Time Hollow. Yeah, I was making sure. Time Hollow. Choose a number of your opponent's stage 1 or stage 2 evolved Pokemon up to the amount of energy attached to Jirachi. Remove the highest stage evolution card from each of those Pokemon and put those cards back into your opponent's hand. So the point is, you want to use this Megaton Darkness Howl, put 20 damage on everybody, to keep on going, and then all of a sudden put down a Jirachi, Celebration Wind, move all the energies up to it, and take a knockout. Like, DC is 2 de-evolved Pokemon, and all of a sudden, like, it becomes like a monster deck. Like, Tyranitar spread damage, Jirachi de-evolves, Shaymin move energies to it, and it is fantastic. Now, he does play 1 Unown Dark. Once during your turn, when you put Unown from your hand onto your bench, you may search deck for a Dark energy, show it to your opponent, and put it in your hand, shuffle your deck afterwards. This is just in case you don't have a Dark energy. You can search out your special Darks, because this is a Dark energy at all times. Which is the main thing to know. This is always a Dark energy, which is very different from the Dark energy we have now, because it does not count as a Dark energy while in play, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, because if this Pokemon has Dark energy attached to it, is attached to attacks, this Pokemon... okay, the Dark energy is attached to it attacks... Wait, what? If the Pokemon's Darkness Energy is attached to attacks, the attack does 10 more damage to the active Pokemon before applying. Okay, it only provides for Dark Energy. Darkness Energy provides Dark Energy, doesn't count as a basic energy card. So basically, you do 10 more damage to the active. I don't know why I can't read this correctly. It looks weird in my head. Maybe I'm just dumb. But basically, you do 10 more damage to the active Pokemon if it's attached to a Dark Pokemon, which is fantastic. I mean, it turns like Darkness out 30 and 20 everywhere. Like you turn Mega Tintel to one-shot like Reshiram's and Zekroms, because you could do 120. Then with a special Dark, you can do 130, which is fantastic. Now it plays 4 Pokemon Communication. That's the really only way we're going to search out Pokemon via non-supporter. Just show Pokemon, put it into your deck, search deck for any Pokemon. 4 Rare Candy so that we can automatically evolve your Larvitars and Tyranitars or your Snivies into Serperiors. 2 Switch, 4 Pokemon Collector to search for 3 base Pokemon. You're going to see this in so many different decks. Like, Pokemon Collector was a staple. Like, searching for 3 base Pokemon is so strong. I know now, I mean, I guess it could be strong now, like searching for 3 EX Pokemon. Like, searching for a Hoopa, Shaymin, something else would be broken, obviously, but it's still really cool. He did play 3 Professor Elm's training method, so another way to search out a Pokemon. Basically, you search for evolution, show it to your opponent, put it into your hand. This whole deck is about setting up. You're going to use Cleffa multiple times, slowly set up some Tyranitars, and be good to go that way. For Oak, shuffle, draw 6, and this is the reason why, guys, if you don't know, this is the reason why I hate Shauna. Because why did they not make Shauna do this? Like, why did they not just reprint First Oaks in theory? They had to reprint Shauna, or just let Shauna have shuffle, draw 6. Why shuffle, draw 5? That's the reason why I hate Shauna. I know it's dumb for me to say this, but oh man, it makes me so mad every time I see Shauna, because you could have reprinted Professor Oaks in theory. 3 Twins. You may only use this card when you're down on prize cards, so if your opponent has 4, you have 6. You can use this, search deck for 82 cards, and put it in your hand, which is fantastic. This is going to help you set up out of nowhere. 4 DC to help get that Megaton tail attack off. 4 Rainbow to count as Dark, and for those Time Hollow. Remember, you at least need to have 1 Psychic Energy on this Jirachi, but there's many energies attached to this Pokemon, which is fantastic. And 4 Special Dark to do the additional 10 damage. Like, if you have 4 Special Dark attached to Tyranitar Prime, you could do like 160 HP, which I know is like overkill in this format, because I don't think anything... Well, I think some of the legends have 160. Obviously, Tyranitar Prime has 160 as well, so you could knock out one that way. But guys, there we go. There's the Tyranitar Prime deck that James Arnold used to make top 8 at U.S. Nationals back in 2011. And will this work in Legacy format or not? Like I said, the whole plan is to Darkness out, put damage counters everywhere, use Jirachi with combination of Shaymin to knock out everybody on the field at 1 turn, or multiple turns as well. But the problem with Legacy format is there's not that many evolution decks, so you had to play against EX decks, and it becomes very difficult. So we'll see what happens. So guys, hope you enjoyed this video. Thanks for watching, and let's see this deck in action. Alright, so bring against Elite Phoenix, playing a Psychic, Grass, and a Colorless deck. I'm not sure. Hopefully this is an Evolutions deck, but it looks like it's going to be a Virizion Genesect deck, which is going to be very, very hard for us to deal with. So my opponent is going to go first, and let's see, is it a Virizion Genesect deck or not? We'll press done. We got a mulligan. They know we're playing Serperior, but they probably have no idea what we're playing. I still don't know what we're playing. Alright, so press done. We'll get a new hand of 7 once again. Hey, let's see, what do we draw into? Alright, there's a Tyrogue and a Collector, which is actually really cool, because Tyrogue can start punching on that first turn without any energies, which is fantastic. If we start with Cleffa, we could knock it out. I don't think they're playing Cleffa. And, oh, there's a Genesect. Okay, so we have to somehow, like, Power Claw? Or Megaton Tail before they knock us out. So Virizion coming down. Oh, this is not going to be good. This is going to be very hard for us to do. So Grass Eater, the Virizion EX. Okay. Alright, so it's not an evolution deck, which is what I was scared of. So Flowstone going to the bench Virizion. Juniper going to discard his hand, draw 7 new cards. And let's see, what does our opponent get? He discards another Virizion. Oh no, Caterpie. Ooh, Caterpie's an evolution. Alright, so heads and heads on dual ball. Going to search deck for any 2 basic Pokemon. And let's see, what do they decide to get? Maybe they'll put down multiple Caterpies. Oh, nope, a Genesect and a Celebi. What's a Caterpie in there for? What's Butterfree do? I'm not sure. But a Genesect, a Celebi coming down, okay. And we'll most likely see a pass, but on turn we'll probably just Collector. Hopefully we top deck an energy, and there's a DC, so that's fantastic. We'll Collector, getting a Larvitar, and a Snivy. Yeah, so grab these 3 guys. We'll put down the Larvitar, put down the Larvitar, put down the Snivy, DC the Larvitar, and we'll go for Mischievous Punch for 30 damage. And our Tyrogue will go to sleep, and does he wake up or not? And it tells he does not wake up, which is fantastic. So Resident cannot knock us out next turn. So that's great. I mean, I guess it could be like good if he knocks out because they have good teammates and get the party going. But regardless, we'll see what happens. There's a Grass Energy going to Virizion. There's a Skyla for maybe a Skyra Bridge. Going to retreat that Genesect and use the Emerald Slash 50. Oh, switch, that works as well. Yep, so we'll switch into Virizion. Use the Emerald Slash and start pounding up a Genesect DX. But like I said, I don't know how this match is going to go. It's going to go really bad, most likely. So Emerald Slash not going to do any damage. And that Genesect does have Mega... goodness, this is going to be really difficult. Now, luckily, the Genesect cannot one-shot us, so that's a good thing. Unless they play G-Booster, and heads, we do wake up, which is fantastic. So on our turn, we get a Oak, so play Oak. We'll get a new hand of 6, and let's see, what do we find? Alright, so there's a Pupitar, a Servine, a Pupitar, Pupitar, put down Pupitar, put down Larvitar, and we'll go for another Mischievous Punch for 30 damage. And if he does knock us out, we could use Teammates this turn. Heads, we do unfortunately wake up, so he can knock us out, which is not good. Okay, so it's our opponent's turn. They're going to draw a card, and can Tyranitar take down this Genesect DX? Oh, a Prism. Oh, red signal. Alright, Red Signal, going to bring that Pupitar up to the X spot, and we'll see a knockout. We are weak to grass, so you can just knock us out with the... Actually, we're not weak to grass, so we'll have to tackle with that Genesect DX. So, a random receiver does something, okay. So, maybe it'll be okay? I mean, no, we're probably still, like, in a terrible position, right? So, there's an end, so both get a new hand of 6. Now, we could get that Serperior down, make it where that Mega Cannon damage does not matter. There's a Rainbow Energy, Tyranitar. We got a Rare Candy Tyranitar as well, and Teammates. Alright, so see Genesect TS coming up. And we're also going to see Mega Cannon do 100 and hit somebody for 20 on the bench. Let's see, where does he put this 20 at? Okay, so 100 damage and 20 there. Alright, so on to our turn. We're going to send a Tyrogue. It does have the free retreat. I'm just glad he didn't hit one of our Larvitars. So swing up the Tyrogue. And on our turn, we have Rare Candy Tyranitar. Okay. We can put down a Dark to this guy. Teammates for a Serperior and an Oak. Alright, so grab these two cards so we have more draw support next turn. So put down the Serperior. We will put down Snivy as well. Because it's, yeah, so we can use both of them. So we'll retreat into this guy. And we will use that Darkness All. Do 20 to everybody. Alright, so here we go. 10 damage being healed. There's going to be a lot of healing going on during this match. But that's going to be fine. Does he find a G-Booster or not to knock us out? Or another Prism Energy, or Plasma Energy to bring up somebody? Now, what we could eventually do is maybe just like Darkness Hell, knock out all this Pokemon that way on the bench, which could be fantastic. There's another Genesect DX coming down the field. Okay. And there's a Cold Stream. Go to start deck for Prism Energy or Plasma Energy. Put it on the active Pokemon. No, bench Genesect, which is fine. A Grass Energy going down to it. And does he find a G-Booster? There's a random receiver into a Oak. Okay, so you can Oak, get a new hand of 6. And can he find a G-Booster or not? If he does not find a G-Booster, we will continue. Okay, we'll continue living. Just barely. Now, he could snipe the Tyrogue for 20, taking a knockout that way. Which doesn't seem like a bad idea at all. But let's see, where does this 20 snipe go? If we can find another Serperior, that'd be great. If we can find more Larvitars, that'd be a little bit more fantastic as well. Power Clone only does 70, so that's not going to knock out anybody anytime soon. And they receive Mega Cannon to 120 to our Tyrogue. My opponent will take a prize card going down to 4. Alright, so on to our turn. Everybody will get healed for 10, first of all. So everybody takes that 10. Damage, heal for Serperior. Thank you, Serperior. You are champ right now. And on to our turn, what do we get? There's a Darkness Energy. So I'm going to put a Darkness Energy on the Larvitar. And we'll play Oak. Get a new hand of 6. And can we find some... Okay, there's a Jirachi. So communicate the Jirachi into the deck to get out a Pupitar. Okay. So grab that. Put that down on this guy. And we will do a Darkness Howl for 30 to the active, 20 everywhere. I mean, I don't know if this is going to work or not. So 30, 20, 20, 20, 20, 20, 20, 20, okay. I mean, the good thing is, like, our Tyranitar is going to at least stay live for 2 turns unless he plays a G booster. So I'm going to draw a card. Right now, our only real method of drawing a Pokemon next turn is Pokemon as M's next turn, which is not the greatest. But like I said, he cannot knock out a Pupitar. We could put a Darkness in the active. 110, okay. So we can't take a knockout. But everybody's slowly dwindling down. Maybe we'll have enough to start, like, okay, all both Celebrities are going to be knocked out next turn. And all we have to do is knock out 2 EX Pokemon. Ooh, maybe this actually might be plausible. We'll see. So Mega Cannon doing 100. And let's see, where did the 20 go? Into the Pupitar. Everybody will get healed for that 10. Alright, so he's going to go down to 3. We'll send a Pupitar. Hopefully we'll top deck Tyranitar so we can use Collector. And let's see, everybody will take 10 less damage. Okay. And on our turn, what do we find? We find a Shaymin. Well, Shaymin's not going to be really that useful right now. So we're going to use Professor Elm's training method to grab a Tyranitar. Put that down the active. Okay. So put it on the active. Do we put down DCE or... Because we can hit everybody for a knockout, right? So I think our plan is to put a Darkness into the active. Darkness Howl to everybody? Okay, so we'll knock out both Shaymins, or knock out both Celebrities. We'll go down to 4 price cards. There's one, there's one. There's a Serperior, which we don't care about too much. We'll get another prize card. We'll go down to 4. There's a Professor Elm's new training method, okay. And we'll get healed for 10, okay. So we can knock out this Genesect next turn, or we could snipe all these guys. Which one do we decide to do? There's, oh, Mr. Mime comes down. Are you kidding me? Alright, so Plasma Energy going to Red up somebody to the axe spot, which is actually fantastic. I'm fine with him bringing up Serperior because we can take a knockout with our Megaton Tail to do 120. Alright, so yeah, we could take a knockout. If he does not find Jupiter, he cannot knock out a Mega Tyranitar. So there's an Ultra Ball, but that Mr. Mime coming down. Wait, does it place? Nope, does not place. Alright, so Ultra Ball discarding an Energy on something else. And let's see, what does he decide to get out? There's a Celebi coming down, which we don't care about too much. We just got to wonder, does he find a G-Booster next turn or not? He will take a knockout. There's a Flustone going down to the Celebi, okay. And we will see a knockout. Now, I mean, we're going to Collector. Definitely, for sure, we're going to Collector to get down to Pokemon. Hopefully we top deck a Teammates later on or an Oak. We do have multiple draw cards left. So there's a Megalo Cannon. Doing 100 and put 20 on this guy, which we don't care about too much. He's not going to get knocked out. We have 130 HP left. So we'll send up the Tyranitar. Alright, so right now we're going to use the Megaton Tail for 140. On our turn, there's a Communication, which is fantastic. So we'll use Professor Collector to get out 1, 2, and 3. Okay, so grab these 3 guys. We'll put down the Larvitar. Put a DC in the active. And we would just go for a Megaton Tail for 120. Knocking out the active, doing 140 to it. Alright, so we discard 3. That's nothing. I mean, we're fine with those cards being discarded. There's a Switch and a Servine. Okay, guys, can we do this or not? Here comes Celebi onto our opponent's turn. Let's see, what do they have? Do they have a G-Booster or not? We can knock out any of his EXs on the field, which is fantastic. That has 130. That's at 80. That's 80 as well. And maybe we'll be okay. Maybe we'll get this win, guys. Oh my goodness. Can we do this or not? That'd be fantastic. We also could put down Shaymin to like rearrange the dark energy onto the Larvitar. There's a Junk Arm. Going to discard 2 cards from hand, get any item card out of his stack. And it most likely going to go for a Skyla, right? Skyla, try to find that G-Booster. Or you can grab, not Skyla, a random receiver trying to hit a Skyla. Or support a card to try to find that G-Booster. Okay, so there's a Colorless Machine. I'm actually fine with Colorless Machine. That's not a G-Booster, okay? So, yeah, why did he not grab the random receiver? Unless he already has a supported card. So, Colorless Machine, going to grab a Plasma Energy, which means, I mean, I don't care about that too much. So, Juniper, does he find, oh man, does he find a G-Booster? Oh, buddy. And nope, okay, nope, Force, okay, I got excited. So, Grass into that guy, okay, I don't care about that. What does our opponent do? Grass into that guy, okay. Does he find a G-Booster? That's the question. Alright, so Coldstream, we know there's no more plasmas left in deck. He did not get one. Okay, he does have one. What is going on? He didn't have one earlier, but now he's going to grab one. Okay. So Plasma, that guy. Does he have a knockout this turn? He can hit us for 100, but if he does that, we can Megaton Tail for the knockout, because he cannot knock out the Tyranitar. There's a switch into the Virizion? Bike for 2. He's digging for the G-Booster. Oh, man. Does he find one or not? There's a bike for 1. Does he find the G-Booster? And he's going to G-Boost this guy, but he cannot attack with it. Looks like we won the game, guys. Looks like our opponent made a huge misplay. And attached the G-Booster to the active, and we will Megaton Tail for the game. We make sure I do right enough damage. Yes, we will Megaton Tail for the knockout. I mean, regardless, if he had attacked with this Genesect, he would have G-Booster just once. I wonder if he plays Energy Switch. So let's look at our opponent's... Oh, we can't even see our opponent's deck. If he didn't play Energy Switch, we would have won the game either way, because he couldn't have G-Booster twice, and I don't think he plays Energy Switch. Maybe he could have retreated and switched, used Force Breath, got another Pokemon tired up. But guys, we will take that win. We just took down a Virizion and Genesect deck, and you see why, like, Tyranitar is so strong. We just took down a Virizion Genesect, which is pretty crazy. But guys, hopefully you enjoyed this video. Thanks for watching the episode of Way Back Wednesday, playing the the Tyranitar Prime deck, and we just took down an EX deck, like a G-Booster deck, and one-shot his deck, but he had a dig for that G-Booster. He did not hit to late game, but guys, we'll take that victory. But guys, hope you enjoyed this video. Thanks for watching. Hope you have a great Wednesday. Alrighty, bye. Alright guys, I just want to give a quick shout out to our 3 sponsors, 60 Cards, Yeti Gaming, and the Pokemon Company International. Links to everything will be down below in the description. Thanks for watching. Have a great day. Alrighty.